Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of 25 to 1000, where we're flipping 25 to 100 and then 100 to 1000. And in this video, I'm going to be going over two trades, a GJ loss and a GU win in that exact order where we recovered losses again, just like in the last episode, right? Our night kind of ended up like that, right? And this is why risk to reward is king, right? So enjoy the video and enjoy the breakdown, and hopefully you can take some knowledge with it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. So one of the lessons I want to say when it comes to GJ, and honestly on any pair, and that was kind of the lesson in this loss, right? And that's when, if you don't have a trade, don't trade, right? Don't force a trade just to get the trade in. And that's something kind of, I feel like what I did here, right? I knew price wasn't the nicest, right? In terms of over here, right? Price is creating a higher high, pulls back, created, and then, you long from that area, perfect structure, right? And then it breaks structure, pulls back, lower high, and then pulls back to lower low, right? It's doing what it's supposed to do, right? But then you start to get some choppiness. Right here, as I'm showing right here, and I just didn't like it as much, right? And I tried to force a trade in here, and I do believe that that's why I lost, because I didn't feel like it was a nice setup for me to take. So what am I seeing here? I'm noticing a supply and demand area, right, where price rejected to break right here, and then again we're rejecting that same level, right? So I did feel like price can go long, right? And I could see right here that price is already rejected to the downside, right, to the supply and demand area. So now I'm feeling we can get some bullish momentum, and then this little higher low right here was going to be the beginning, right? So I essentially thought that price was going to start trending like this, right, or something like that, maybe a bigger push up. But that wasn't the case. So coming into session, right, we do have this higher high right here where price pushes up, it comes down, and we're kind of holding at this level, right? We're holding at this level, and we're starting to get some momentum, right? So what I see is if we start to break to the upside right here, I think we do have potential to reach these levels at 184.200, right? And what happened? We actually got a bunch of volatility all at once, right? We got a nice engulfing candle. When you go down to the 15-minute, I just rode this momentum up, right? Do engulfment, and then you start to get this momentum up, and my position was essentially kind of, like this, right, where we had 4 times our risk to our reward, and we went straight into profit, right? Price pulls back, even retest, and it's going to continue to go long. I thought we were clear, guys. I thought we were clear. Price was pushing all the way up around here, right, almost two times our risk, and and then they kept pushing up. That's right, for almost 3 times our risk, right? Maybe we should have gone break even, but this is where price essentially just felt like it had enough, and it started flipping to the other side, right? Complete, and honestly gave me a head and shoulders formation, right? It gave me a nice head and shoulders right here, shoulder, head, shoulder, come down, retest the neckline, and then continue to drop, right? So it was a couple of things. It was a failure of it was a failure of recognizing the exit signal, and it was just a failure to reach our profits, right? We did push, we made a nice push up, so I just felt like unlucky, whatever. So when this happened to us, we went on and moved on to the next pair, a nicer pair that I liked a lot more. Now, this is GBP USD, right? Now, again, just so I can reiterate, if you didn't watch the last video, I made it a lot more clear. I don't just go and, go and trade out of emotions and try to make back my losses all the time. If I don't have a trade, I won't take it, right? I do have my own strategy where I do only risk and expose about 2% of my account. If I were to lose one trade worth 2% or 2 trades worth 2%, I'm done for the night. Look at GBP USD though, right? This is what I mean about, don't trade if you don't have a setup. You can clearly see that, we start to see some different type of movement over here, right? But look at structure on this pair, right? It's just perfect market structure, right? Price comes even, it comes down, it creates a double bottom, and you just see structure just form nicely, and that's the difference, right? This is something you take, right? This is something you might risk even more on, right? Because structure is actually nice and visible. On that last GJ, it was very wiki, and I knew it, right? And that's kind of where you have to know where to stay at the market. So what did I have on GBP USD? And it was just 2 scenarios, right? We do have a 4-hour scenario in which we do have a double bottom right here, and price is breaking up and creating a higher high, right? But there are a couple of things that make me a little speculative about taking longs at this level right here. One of them being is this huge wick to the upside when we tried to break above, right? The fact that we wicked to the upside and closed under gave me some, it was a little risky taking longs, right? I was like, we kind of rejected that level hard, right? And these candles aren't really showing much bullish, but momentum, right? So I felt like this could have been due to the daily actually proving to be its the pair's driving force. And why do I say that? Because when you go to the daily, right, price is clearly just, making lower lows and lower highs, right? So I felt like the daily was actually pulling back to that lower high, and we were actually going to continue to go short after we retest and fulfill that lower high and then start to make new lows. And that's exactly what happened, right? If we were going to continue to break these highs over here, we might have taken longs to the upside, right? Especially because we would have had a nice trend line break and then we start pushing upwards, right? But that's not what happened, right? We actually got this huge rejection over here. So if price were to come up and instead of breaking through showed more rejection, we were actually going to take that short down to at least this level right here, right? And essentially what happened? Well, that's exactly what happened, right? Price came up with this level and we just melted after that, right? So we actually took shorts somewhere around here, right? We had a bigger stop loss. We had to take a trade somewhere around here for like 2 times our risk, right? And that's why in the screenshot that I'm about to put up right now, and I should have put up earlier in the video, you can see that we lost $5 and made 10. That was our risk, right? And we made our loss back and more, ended up being profitable on a losing night, technically, right, on a one-on-one night. And that's just ended up what happening on GBP/USD, right? Price ended up right here. That's what I was showing you. Price ended up taking our take profits, and then price flipped, right? So again, this is a nice trade and we were able to make back our loss, right? And why would we take profit down here? Well, because you can see that price rejects this area pretty nicely, right? Even though this didn't happen before, right, you could have just based it on this huge rejections to this side before reversing, huge rejection here before reversing again, right? So that's kind of what I was just looking at. That's my thought process of why I'm taking profit down here, right? Price did pull all the way back up if you didn't secure around here, and then what price just ended up going to your take profits. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. And if you guys are interested in learning, Instagram DM me or email me. It's going to be in the description. Deuces.